What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTubers? This is my introduction video to the YouTube world. Uh, First video for our channel, The Art Embassy. We're located, in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in the Avondale Estates area, where we do a lot of things art related here locally, from art shows to galleries, to designing of brands and helping brands get started, to designing logos for startup businesses and existing businesses here in the Atlanta area. So again, we're just creating this show to kind of touch in and bring in some things that kind of been doing a lot myself here at our studio on my own time, kind of just fusing the two together. Okay, so here we are ambassadors in the sense of everything art related. Okay, so what we'll like to do with this channel is that we're going to fuse also our investments into cryptocurrency with the art. Okay, so basically we'll be covering everything that's art related that's on the blockchain. Okay, so NFTs, everybody's favorite thing. Okay, we'll discuss a lot of NFTs. We'll discuss a lot of projects that's dealing with artists, helping artists to get out there, get better exposure, to help with their royalties. A lot of things that blockchain technology and NFTs kind of answer and help us artists to be. We're not gonna sit here and push a lot of hype things. This is not your Bored Ape Yacht Club, type artwork in a sense. We not necessarily gonna push NFTs or repetitive things on anything like that. Unless it's some big brands per se of that nature though. But anyway, like I said, this is a channel for the artists. Made by artists for artists. So welcome. That's what I want to say. All right. Also want to get into a little bit. I just wanted to. One of the first things that I've been enjoying, like over for the past year, I've been slowly collecting it, because also here at the Art Embassy, as you see, we are an art gallery. I can show you the rest sometime though, but we are an art gallery here. So knowing what I've been getting myself into for us with cryptocurrencies, and knowing a lot of times we hear the hype about metaverses and things of that nature. A year ago this time, I discovered a project, or came across a project from my research called Veve. Okay, this is digital collectibles, because that's something that we wanted to do here at this art embassy. We have physical. We wanted to start collecting and bringing in physical collectibles, things from just basic Funko Pop toys, because everything is art, even from sculptures on Cause dolls or bear bricks of that nature, So again, like I said, just fusing the two, because a lot of my loves and interests have been interest is basically investing and creating art, just creating. So investing wise, I've been involved in cryptocurrency now since 2017. Went through that big wave from 2017, 2018. Everything kind of fell off a little bit in 2019 and everything, because that was my first time. I got turned off to the bear market. I learned all my lessons. I bought at the top. I did all the wrong things. Bought high, sold low, chased hype, did everything that I wasn't supposed to do, But basically, I took those L's to be able to be here today. I learned a lot, during that time. I learned what to do, what not to do, and during that time though, I learned that it was very important for someone like myself, which is basically your average guy, just coming from average beginnings, trying to make something happen. I not necessarily need the money that I'm investing with, because that's the number one rule of thumb, is that you only invest with what you can afford to lose. But at the same time though, I'm not fond of throwing away money. If I'm gonna throw away money, I'd rather go buy some sneakers or something like that, so I could just look at those. So when I do invest, I want to put it into something that's going to either, definitely bring me back gains, but at worst, keep my money as is, basically, or small returns over the years. So with that said, like I said though, I learned that it's important to be early in crypto, early for someone like me. Okay, so I went in early, and also too in crypto, there's waves. You understand there are waves. I learned that too during that time, 2017, 2018. And there's waves. It's hype waves. You see the DeFi wave and everything coming. If you can understand the wave to come to crypto or whatever, you can position yourself for tremendous gains. And I was able to do this early last year because I knew the NFT wave was coming before it hit. So I was able to position myself in some projects that was NFTs based, in a sense. And I wasn't really early on very big on buying actual NFTs, but I was big on investing in NFT projects. You understand what I'm saying? So I was able to find Decentraland, I felt like I was late at the time for the Decentraland, but to see the hype and the run up later on in the year of 2021, I was early. I first purchased on Decentraland, it was just on Coinbase. It was at 5 cents. And from my knowledge of being in crypto and stuff like that, I felt like it was late because it was already on Coinbase at 5 cents. So I searched out to find something else that might be a little even more early, because I went on to Decentraland and I felt that I was outpriced by their land already. The land resales, the initial sale had already happened. But again, though, this was January 2021. This was December 2020. So I was looking for a project that I can get in early, be there before they created their metaverse, before they, had their land sale, because I felt like that was important and I needed to get into that land sale. It was the same thing with Sandbox. I found Sandbox very early, but I thought that I was too late in a sense because they already had the parcels sold off and it was reselling and things of that nature. And, things are going pretty, high for me, so, I want to have a good entry point. So for me, just searching YouTube, basically just typing, searching, I came across, shout out to his YouTube channel, Everything Currency. Came across his channel. It was him and some other people that I cannot recall, that was just kind of random, but they weren't YouTubers that focused on this project. But the project is called Veve. All right. I found Ecomi basically at first or whatever. So he mentioned Ecomi. He brought up the fact, Everything Currency, that they had, licensed NFTs, because I'm an artist. So when I first got in hearing about NFTs and I looked at the artwork and things, and I'm like, oh man, I can do this, no problem. The things get, blowing up and everything, but then I started to learn, so, oh man, it's the exact same thing basically in the real world. Basically, as an artist or whatever, the art going to move as much as your name is make it move. Basically, if no one knows who you are, it's not going to move anywhere. All these projects that looks like they're not really made by artists or created by artists, is people who probably paid off an artist real quick, to just a graphic artist at that, to just digitize a monkey or whatever, and they randomize a few sets or whatever, because it's an algorithm and programs that you can get that will randomize it and set it up for you. But they just pay somebody to do it. You can find somebody on Fiverr to do it. Heck, you can pay me to do it or whatever. You just get somebody to do it, and they go and pump the Discords, they go and pump the Telegrams, and they really push the hype, and they pump the Twitters, and they pump the hype. And a lot of these things don't even have a use case, don't even have utility. They're making it up as they go. That's what the white paper is, or the roadmap. People want to see the roadmap, but the roadmap in a sense is just an excuse for not having stuff done sometimes, But Veve, for me, I was sold because it's like, okay, the artists that they were going to have are known artists, and they had known brands. You have DC, you have Marvel, they just recently added Disney, you got Fox Studios, galore. You got it's known brands. So that's what had me sold, okay? All right, so one is, and then also too, they had the AR function to be able to do this in augmented reality. So that was awesome to me. So I wanted to start collecting and add to the Art Embassy. Our gallery here, where we have our own collection, so that one day people will be able to visit us and be able to, look at our collection in augmented reality. So with that said, you guys can follow us on Veve actually, though. Let me check and make sure what the name is. I believe it is the Art Embassy, though, but I want to make sure if it's just the Art Embassy or ArtEmbassyATL. Anyway, while I'm pulling that up for my story, though, so I wound up downloading the app February 16th, 2021. Been on there for quite a while. I'll go into it on some other videos about, some of my mistakes and everything like that. So like I said, this is just my introduction video to, you all, the YouTube world, and to the Ecomi team and Veve community and all the above. People will probably begin to recognize me from a lot of the forums and everything like that. Starting to talk back and forth with others, but also too, like I said though, but my profile is ArtEmbassyATL. I'll put that down in the in the comments or the bio, by the subscription. Again, this is my first time, so I'll put that where it needs to be so you guys can find it though. But it's ArtEmbassyATL. You can find our profile there, see some of the collectibles, and follow me, and I'll follow back. But again, like I said, so that's been my ultimate plan, and that's why I did it. And I've been, and they spoke about the Veveverse back then, and I was a fan of like Ready Player One and watching old Ecomi videos and hearing Alfred Kahn and David Yu speak about, Ready Player One and all this stuff. It just, my excitement, and then the early Ecomi videos I was looking, they were showing the DeLorean driving around and stuff. That had me sold, because you saved Ready Player One, and then you actually have the DeLorean. You know, it's like, that's what he drove in Ready Player One. That's what the main character drove in Ready Player One. So I was sold on it. I have the DeLorean, got it on drop. Yes, you know, but I've been here. I got that day one, and man, these recent run-ups, I'm happy to be here for so long though. But I'm hoping that I'm able to get that land though. I kind of wish the Viviverse would have came a little earlier. Why the project wasn't as known as it is now, because it's going to be a lot harder to probably get that land when it does come out, and you know, with all the hype of metaverses and stuff like that though. But been going on for a minute. Like I said though, it's just my introduction. So what it is though, I'll be coming with you guys with Veve videos, Ecomi videos, talking about my collection, what it is that I see coming from an artist standpoint. Okay, a lot of people collect. I remember having to tell people who Todd McFarlane was on the app. People had to tell people who Jim Lee is, you know, on the app. Alex Ross. You know, a lot of people didn't know who Mr. Cartoon was when his first NFT came on there. It was a delayed run-up on it because people didn't know who it was. Somebody had to tell them who it was. You know, I, at the time, wasn't necessarily trying to say too much because I was trying to position myself to get a couple of those Mr. Bronson cats, and I didn't before the cat got out the bag in a sense about who Mr. Cartoon was. But with that said, though, I would like to bring that knowledge to the world about the artists that do come to the Veve app, who they are, you know, about their following, some of their artwork. Also to share about and talk about some of the artists that I think will be big coming to Veve, that I think that they have the licenses for already, and that, yeah, I would suggest to position yourself to get, because, and talk about how they are in the real world, you know, and how much they go for. Again, you know, just if you can, just like, comment, and subscribe, as they say, and hit that notification bell so that you can, you know, get alerts whenever that we go on, when I do go on and talk about what it is that I see in the Veve market. Also, too, as I do find other projects, I will bring that to my followers, my subscribers. I will bring that to you all. Again, I try my best to find things and to be in projects early. I was in Veve and everything before there was any YouTubers talking about it, before any YouTube channels dedicated to it. You know, I was in it when in Reddit. I remember the Reddit had like 20-something members in the Reddit forum. It was no Discord, it was no Telegram, you know, all those things. It wasn't a Facebook group, you know, which like 10,000 members in that Facebook group now, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like I have a lot to share, a lot of insight I'm bringing to you guys. I just asked for you basically just, you know, check out some things from time to time. You know, I always have my link to my shop in the description, and you guys can just, you know, just check it out from time to time. All right, so again, have a good evening, take care, and I'll be back with a lot more.